Good afternoon. My name is Jim Conlan and welcome to the latest episode of our entertainment show. As you know, in part 3 of our entertainment show each week, we premiere a new TV series or movie that is debuting in Ireland and the UK for this upcoming month, and especially with Irish interests. And this week, we're going to look at a blockbuster phenomenon in terms of the ultimate action franchise. It's been out now, it's its 4th installment, John Wick 4, and obviously we know the main character, the main lead is Keanu Reeves, and also if we can run down through the cast, obviously God forbid Lance Reddick is no longer with us, but there's also Scott Adkins, Donnie Yen, Ian McShane, Laurence Fishburne, Halle Berry, Jason Mantzoukas, Clancy Brown. But we're going to speak to a special guest there this evening that helped in all the tactical weapon side of helping Keanu Reeves prepare for John Wick 4 in terms of his sort of training on set. The one and only Tetiana Gaider. Tetiana, first of all, thanks for joining us this evening. And tell me, in terms of starting off with actors and for getting to this level of expertise in terms of blockbuster action sort of films, do you come in with an open mind in terms of what level they may be at, if they've had previous training before? And does the company and production company and directors set out, right, we need you to get Keanu to this certain level, to this certain degree by a certain stage? And sometimes can that be sort of daunting because maybe the actors or the actresses mightn't be up to the standards of what the producers and directors may think they may be at?
So I was very blessed to get a chance to work with Keanu on John Wick 4, but Taron Butler had been already training him in John Wick 2 and 3, and they got franchised to such a high level. So when we got to John Wick 4, like everybody on the team wanted to get Keanu even higher. So when I was helping Taron train Keanu, he really wanted to be even better. So when you talk about like franchise like John Wick, when it's all about serious training and be real badass like in real life, so you can be that character on the screen, Keanu did everything possible to train really hard, and everybody wanted to get him even better than from John Wick 3. When you talk about other films and projects, like let's say Borderlands or Back in Action or anything like that, every single person I get a chance to work with, and we're talking about like A-list people, right? Everybody came to train with open heart, open mind. They were listening, they were paying attention, they want to get better. They want to be the best they can be ever. So there was no limitations or no, closed-minded thinking. Everybody was open-minded, open-hearted, like they want to see us perform for them. They want to see how we do it. They want to like pick it up. They want to be better, and they were getting better so fast. And, my previous background was, I was a dancer for a long time back in Ukraine, right? So I used to travel all over the Europe and teach classes, like dance workshops. And having that skill of teaching people how to dance, like no matter what background you have, either you're a professional dancer or you're beginning, really helping me right now to find a way to, like you said, no matter what level actor is coming out to train, you can always find a way and explain how to do hard things in an easy way so they can understand and they can do it.
And Tetiana, in terms of preparing Keanu for this role, had he a certain level of physical endurance training gone through in terms of stamina, in terms of fitness, and then obviously to pursue motion running with guns and weapons in terms of that? Or did you prepare him? Did you obviously give him physical requirements in terms of stamina requirements, not only guns expertise as well? Because obviously we know when you're running with a gun and you're crouching and you're ducking and you're sort of shooting, it's very different than standing still at a gun range where you just click, 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 shooting at clay targets.
That is all thanks to 8711, wonderful people like Kale, Steve Dunleavy, Chad Stahelski. That's my Jeremy, my friends. They really kicked Keanu's ass, and he was training really, really hard with them at 8711. That stamina, yeah, like you say, like jiu-jitsu training, fighting training, cardio training. But when he was coming to us, it was more of a tactical. and it was like more oriented, like having like the right movement in your body. But stamina is, thank you to 8711. They did incredible job.
And Tatiana, in terms of the learning the actors about the rifles and the guns and all the safety that comes involved in that, do you actually go through several sort of demonstrations? Because every sort of weapon has every sort of flashback or has every sort of bit of safety catch or hinges sort of to them. And obviously actors might have used previous types before, but not that. So is there a whole sort of seminar that you have to go through when, in terms of weaponry, when you give an actor a sort of weapon? Does each weapon have its own demonstration and sort of talk through?
Yes, you're absolutely right about that. And it's just like when you go into the boxing class, right? Even to box, you have a safety rule, right? You don't bring your arms down. You don't just go boxing like this, or UFC fighting and you see fighters like arms down. You have your arms up to protect your face. Same with our classes. Every class we have, we always start with safety. And yes, if it's a different types of weapons, it's obviously safety rules goes through all of them. So it's a must. We always start with safety.
And in terms of enhancing an actor's performance and his ability to hold weaponry, do you sort of grade him? Is it a sort of, do you take it a process of step by step, and after 2 days you should be at this level, at 3 days you should be at this level, at 4 days you should be ready for film, for role? Is there a certain sort of criteria that you sort of work up in terms of setting demands? You push out the boundaries, push out the targets, push out the harder the tasks, dare I say?
You know, it depends on the person. It really depends, because some people just have that natural skill, like let's say Lewis Hamilton, a professional racer, you know, the champion, the world champion. He has that skill already from racing. So he's like, his mind, he sees things very fast, and he's very talented naturally. So it depends on the person, right? But we highly recommend, and that's what we usually do, to have like a minimum of 5 sessions when you're prepping for the role, so you can be more confident and at ease when you come on set, so you don't have to think about it, you know? So yes, we recommend to take at least a couple of sessions. If you have more time before filming, like a lot of actors coming out, they come for months and months and months of training, so they can be so good. So then when you come on set, and I'm telling that as an actress too, you know, when I was doing my Bosch, like I didn't have much time to prepare, but I still I was training at night, just so when I come on set, I don't have to think about it. And it's become like weapons become your hands, basically your body parts. So you don't have to think about what are you doing. And it comes to any types of weaponry, you know, it can be nunchucks or swords or anything like that. You really want to put at least a couple of, you know, sessions so you can feel it. So you don't have to think about it.
And
but the more the better.
And Tatiana, did you get to see the advanced screening of John Wick 4, where you invited to the cast sort of launch of it in terms of that? Did you get to see the finished product before the rest of us got to see it in the cinemas?
Yes, we saw it before that, and then we were at the premiere of John Wick 4 with Taron, and we saw it there too. And now we actually have another event. We rented out our own theater with all of our friends and family and everybody who worked on the movie. So we're gonna see it again. And we're gonna see it 2 more times. So we have seen it like a couple of times before movie came out, and now we're gonna see it with everybody, because the movie is so good. And if you guys haven't seen the movie, you have to stay and watch the scene after post-credit. So there's like a little Easter egg.
Okay. And Tatiana, I do believe that rumors are right that obviously the Cameron Diaz might be coming back to the industry after a long sort of layoff. And I do believe that her first production, you could be actually working with her in terms of preparing for her in terms of that role after such a long layoff. It's delightful news to see that Cameron might be coming back to the industry again.
Yes, we actually did work with her, and she did unbelievable job, and I'm so proud of her. She put so much work into that. You guys have no idea. She was so focused. She was so determined. I grew up watching Cameron and like learning English and acting from her movies. And then when I got to work with her, I was just mesmerized by how humble she is, how sweet, kind, and how hardworking and focused she is. And you guys gonna love it. I mean, she did a great job prepping for the movie. I'm so proud
And
of her. And Jamie Foxx too.
yes, and this is not the first time you've worked with Jamie Foxx. You've worked with Jamie Foxx before in the past with Day Shift, the ultimate vampire killer. And dare I say, were you one of those vampires, or were you one of those kicking ass in terms of killing vampires?
I was kicking ass. And I was prepping the Jamie Foxx and the entire cast actually too, like weaponry. We trained them with Taryn, and Jamie did like unbelievable job, and he was just so oh my God, Jamie is like another story. It's like another interview podcast. Jamie is so, guys, you have no idea. It's just like you see him on interview or on his Instagram. He's just like that in life. He's so knowledgeable. He has so many stories. He's so fun to work on set. He's dancing every 5 minutes, singing, like he keeps the energy high, just like JJ Perry, director of the film. They're both like, it's just high energy on set. It's so wonderful to work on set like that because it's fun.
Did you get to interact with the original Snoop Doggy Dog as well?
I did not actually had a chance to interact with him, but hopefully, who knows, in part 2, we'll see.
And Tetiana, I do believe Bosch Legacy is coming out, and it's an acting role for you this time in that.
In the second, what do you mean? Again?
Bosch Legacy, in terms of that's coming out. You might enlighten all our audience about your involvement in that.
Yes. So Bosch Legacy, you guys, if you haven't seen the show, Bosch has been like for I think 6 or 8 seasons before Bosch Legacy spinoff. That's my season. And I had a chance to work with incredible person, Titus Willower. He's so, again, it's so interesting how when you work with people that level, how everybody's just kind and humble. And I played an assassin, just like Mr. Wick. And you guys have to see my episodes because I think I did a great job and it was the best time of my life. And the producers and directors give me a kind of freedom to explore the characters and to create the characters that I felt like. And I'm really grateful for that opportunity. And I was the main protagonist to assassin Mr. Bosch. So you guys watch and let me know what you think. And season 2 is coming out soon. So make sure you watch that.
And finally, Tetiana Gaider, I do believe you're in production mode in terms of writing your own project at the moment.
Yes, I was very, very inspired after I've shot Bosch Legacy last year, and I decided to create my own short film and put together a little team of people, very talented people who writing, directing, producing with me. And it's coming out soon. It's going to be a lot of action, a lot of fighting, which I love. I love action films, and I hope you guys going to love it too. It should be ready very, very soon. I cannot wait to share with you.
On that note, Tetiana Gaider, for me, Jim Conlan, pleasure this evening to talk to you on the airwaves, talk about your role helping Keanu Reeves in John Wick 4, which is out in cinemas across Ireland at the moment. Do go out and check it. Do see Keanu Reeves' performance for yourself. No doubt Tetiana had a helping hand in that role. And do check out the upcoming the revival of Cameron Diaz back in our screens again with Jamie Foxx in Borderlands coming soon, and Tetiana's role in preparing Cameron Diaz back for that. Do check it out, and do check out Bosch Legacy. But for me at the moment, from me, Jim Conlan, to you, Tetiana Gaider, stay safe, take care, and God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you. Bye.